Hello and welcome to the Good Imaginations podcast. Tonight we will journey to the city of flowering trees, where you can unwind, reorient yourself, and if you would like, fall fast asleep. Before we begin our adventure, make sure you're settled. If you are seated, get comfortable. Listen to your spine and relax your shoulders. If you are lying down, get your covers and pillow where you want them. Create your nest. Very good. Now, take 3 deep breaths with me in preparation for the journey ahead. Let go of your day and travel to a vacation for your mind. Imagine with me. See, smell, and be present. Breathe with me now. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow and even. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now, shut your eyes and let's drift off to the site of tonight's adventure. It is a beautiful day in a beautiful forest where trees grow loosely and meadows glow in the sun nearby. The smell of heather is in the air. The sky is blue, as smooth as porcelain, and you wander under the shadows of the trees, dapples of golden sunlight hitting your nose. You pause on the springy grass and tilt your head to catch some of that sun on your nose. The grass under your feet is cool, and the sun is warm on your face, and the wind blows refreshingly through the fragrant cover of the trees. You are headed home, to the community your people have built for themselves in the trees. Currently, you wander through the lush silence of the forest, knowing that you are scurrying through the dominion of the rivers and the elk and the small white flowers that grow beneath the grass. You have not attempted to tame this place. You have left it for the world. Let it exist exactly as it wants to exist. The small pruning and building and creating you and your people have done is just a little further on. You continue. You smell the clear, thin mountain air, and where the forest clears in the distance, you see the blue peaks of the mountains, the endless puffs of white, glowing clouds. You smile. Sometimes you imagine that the green grass under your feet is paper thin, that really you are treading on sky. Here, on this side of the mountain, you are higher up than so many birds. A fragrance at last fills the air, saturating it like nectar, and you grin. Your heart picks up its pace. You are almost home. You have not been away for long, but the thought thrills you. Home. Almost home. Infinite comfort and peace await you, you know. A protection and all good feelings as soon as you cross the threshold of the flowering tree city. You step into a golden meadow, its long grass baking in the heat, and you see it, the pink cloud of blossoms, several stories high, that grows up into the sky. You smile and hurry forward. Bees drone, eagerly collecting what they need from the pale pink flowers. One sails over your head as you reach the door. Standing underneath the city, there is not much to see. At first glance, it appears to be an empty meadow, situated just under a dense canopy of flowering trees. A glance upward, however, and you see that it isn't just tree branches above you. It is thick, strong vines of solid wood. Their network creates a floor of wooden lace that light still filters through. Every so often, in the quiet cathedral of tree trunks, there are man-made columns, rough with bark, like an ordinary tree, but with sculpted, curved doors, painted bright red. You open a door now, and you ascend the simple wooden staircase that coils upwards inside the column. Once you reach the top, you step out onto the floor of vines, and the intoxicating fragrance of the blossoms fills your eyes and ears and nose and mouth. It is such a pure smell, like snow or clear water, but it's sweet and far away as well. The fragrance of all the trees. The city you live in has been sculpted slowly over time from the branches of trees. The avenues, walkways, ceilings, and paths were made by coaxing the trees to grow in just a certain way until the city was built. A few extra things, like walls and a roof for when it rains, have been kindly added with balancing and ropes, and the trees grow undisturbed. Looking out into the streets of the village now, you see only a strangely shaped cloud of pink blossoms, the petals ruffling in the wind. It is almost impossible to tell that people live here, until you spot a bright blue flower box and, turning there, an old wooden door painted goldenrod yellow. You hurry down the path, walking with sureness across the vines. You make several turns, and finally reach your house, a small dwelling with a deep green door. You push the door open, taking another luxurious inhale of the blossoms, and you step into your home. It is shaded with afternoon, quiet, dim, and cool. The shingles on the ceiling are mossy and dark, but light pours in through a window, its blue shutters flung open to the day. You shut your front door and tread across the smooth wooden boards of your floor, your feet coming to rest on a woven rug in front of your sink. You fill a green glass pitcher with water. You do this by lifting a wooden lever and watching in tranquil enjoyment as icy cold water gushes out of the wooden spout. You drop the lever and then take your clear, cold mountain water in its pitcher over to the window, where you sit down in a rocking chair and lean back. From here, over the slopes of the flowering trees, you can see the deep blue mountains, the bright sky, the endless clouds like mountain ranges of thought. You take a glass from the windowsill, and you pour yourself a glass of cold water. You set the pitcher down where the glow of the day will fill it like a new spring leaf, and you sip your water and rock in your chair. Below you, the trees shift slightly, like the movement of a ship, and you think how good it is to have a sense of movement. The world, always in motion, feels nearer when you're in a rocking chair. The cold water in your mouth tastes of rock and green things and melted ice from a mountain peak. It tastes clean and refreshing, as if it will purge you with every sip. The fragrance of the air has that same quality in a way. Like the blossoms are so clean and fresh that every deep inhale purges your lungs, clears your brain, purifies you from the inside out.